My friends, have you ever noticed that the atmosphere of a room can change the way you feel, the way you think, even the way you act? A home is not just bricks and walls. It's the environment that feeds your mind, your emotions, and your spirit. And believe it or not, the colors you allow inside your home are speaking to you every single day. Some colors will bring peace, others will bring chaos. Some will inspire growth, others will quietly drain your energy. Today, I want to show you the one color you should never allow to dominate your home, because it may be shaping your life in ways you never imagined. The silent power of colors in your home is something most people never truly stop to think about, yet it shapes the very atmosphere you live in every single day. The walls, the furniture, the curtains, even the smallest details, they are not just decorations. They are silent voices speaking to your spirit, shaping your emotions, influencing your thoughts, and guiding the way you behave in that environment. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt calm, or stepped into another space and suddenly felt restless, uneasy, even angry without knowing why? That, my friend, is the silent language of color. It is not shouting, it is whispering, but the whisper is powerful enough to shift the climate of your heart and the condition of your mind. Your home is more than a place to sleep. It is a sanctuary, it is a training ground, it is the environment that either strengthens your soul or silently weakens it. And colors, whether you realize it or not, are part of the foundation of that environment. They are not passive, they are active. They are not neutral. They are directional. They lead you somewhere, either toward peace or toward conflict, toward joy or toward sorrow, toward focus or toward distraction. That is why the silent power of colors must never be underestimated. Think about this. Why do hospitals choose soft, calming shades? Why do luxury restaurants use warm, rich tones? Why do schools often choose colors that stimulate alertness? Because every designer, every architect, every builder understands a principle that many people ignore in their own homes. Color carries power. It carries weight. It carries influence. And when you invite a color into your house, you are inviting its spirit, its energy, and its message. That is why some of you can't understand why you feel drained in your own living room, or why your children can't settle in their bedrooms, or why arguments break out in the kitchen for no reason. It could be the silent voice of color working against you without you even knowing it. Now here's the challenge. Most of us decorate based on what looks good, what is trendy, or what we see in a magazine, but very few stop to ask, what does this color invite into my home? What atmosphere is it creating for my family? What emotion will this space produce in the people who live here? You see, the silent power of colors is not about style. It is about survival. It is about setting an atmosphere where growth can thrive and where peace can be sustained. And if colors can bring peace, then surely there must also be colors that bring the opposite. If colors can build harmony, then there are also colors that can break it down. So the question is, which color must you never allow to dominate your home? Which shade carries an energy that will silently destroy your balance and block your growth? Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal next may change the way you see your house forever. How one color can invite chaos into your life is something most people never realize until it's too late. You see, color is not just decoration. It is not just paint on the wall. It is an atmosphere. It is a force that enters your home, and once it is there, it begins to influence your emotions, your behavior, even your relationships. There is a color that, when it dominates your space, will quietly stir restlessness, frustration, and imbalance. It does not come loudly. It does not come violently. It comes silently. And before you know it, the peace in your home begins to slip away. Have you ever noticed that some rooms make people short-tempered? Some spaces seem to invite arguments, disagreements, and tension without any real reason. That's not coincidence. That's the silent voice of color. There are colors that carry calmness, and there are colors that carry confusion. When you choose the wrong one, you are not just picking a design, you are choosing a spirit to live with you, and that spirit will not rest until it shapes your behavior to match its nature. Imagine coming home after a long day expecting rest, expecting renewal, expecting peace. But instead, you step into a space that feels heavy, agitated, uneasy. You cannot explain why, but you feel it. Your children sense it. Your spouse feels it. It is as if the walls are alive with an invisible agitation. That is not your imagination. That is the silent invitation of color. Some shades are like open doors, calling in disorder, amplifying stress, magnifying irritation. And when that color dominates your home, your sanctuary becomes a battlefield. And here's the danger. You may never connect the tension to the color. You may think it's the stress from work or the challenges of family life or just mood swings, when in reality, it is the environment you created without knowing it. The wrong color does not just decorate, it dictates. It dictates how long you can stay calm. It dictates how well you can focus. It dictates whether your mind finds peace or keeps racing in circles. That is why some homes never seem to settle, why arguments seem to rise from nothing, why rest never feels complete. The color has invited chaos into the atmosphere. So, let me ask you, what color have you allowed into your space? What shade have you chosen without questioning the spirit behind it? Because that one decision could be the reason your home feels unsettled even when everything looks beautiful. The truth is, beauty without peace is still bondage. Now, if one color can invite chaos, then surely there must also be a deeper meaning behind every shade we choose. If chaos can be invited, then harmony can be rejected. So, what is the hidden language of colors that most people ignore? What messages are they sending to your spirit without you even realizing it? Stay with me, because the answer will open your eyes to something you've been overlooking for years. The hidden language of colors that shape your spirit is one of the most overlooked realities of life. Colors do not just appear to the eyes, they speak to the soul. They carry meaning, they carry energy, they carry emotion. And whether you are aware of it or not, they are constantly shaping the atmosphere around you. Every shade is a message, every tone is a voice, and your spirit hears what your mind often ignores. Think about it. Why do certain colors bring calm while others spark energy? Why do some shades feel heavy while others feel light? It is because colors are not silent, they are communicating. They affect how you think, how you feel, and even how you respond to the people around you. That is why a room painted in soft, gentle hues will invite rest, while a room covered in harsh, aggressive tones will keep your emotions unsettled. The language of color is silent to the ear, but loud to the soul. This is why you can walk into a place and feel peace without anyone saying a word, or step into another place and instantly feel tension, even if the people there are smiling. The colors have already spoken before the people even opened their mouths. And the dangerous part is, once you surround yourself with a color, it begins to shape your daily atmosphere. If the message of that color is peace, you will begin to live in peace. If the message of that color is confusion, you will begin to experience unrest. Without realizing it, you are being trained by your environment every single day. Your spirit is sensitive. It responds to signals you cannot always see. That is why you must be intentional about what you allow into your home, because your home is more than furniture and walls. It is the place where your spirit rests. If your spirit cannot rest, then your mind cannot think clearly, your body cannot recharge, and your relationships cannot thrive. That is the silent power of the hidden language of colors. It speaks to your deepest place and shapes the condition of your life without asking your permission. So the question is, What language are the colors in your home speaking to you right now? Are they speaking peace, or are they speaking pressure? Are they lifting you up, or are they quietly breaking you down? You cannot afford to ignore the voice of colors because they do not stop speaking. They whisper day and night, they fill every corner, and they leave their mark on your spirit, whether you notice it or not. And if colors have a language, then that language must carry consequences. If they can shape your spirit, then they can also direct your future. So, how does the atmosphere of your home determine the destiny of your life? How does the shade on your walls influence the path of your journey? Stay with me, because what comes next will reveal why your home atmosphere is not just decoration, it is direction. Why your home atmosphere determines your peace is a truth many people fail to understand, yet it affects them every single day. Your home is not just where you live, it is where you breathe, where you think, where you rest, where you recharge. And if the atmosphere of your home is filled with peace, then peace will flow into every area of your life. But if the atmosphere of your home is filled with conflict, with heaviness, with confusion, then that atmosphere will follow you everywhere you go. You cannot escape what you live in daily because your environment always leaves an imprint on your spirit. Have you ever noticed that when your home is calm, your mind is clearer, you think better, you work better, you sleep better, and you treat people better? But when your home is tense, when the environment is noisy, cluttered, or filled with the wrong energy, even the smallest problems feel like mountains. That is because peace is not just an idea, it is an atmosphere. And the greatest test of peace is not how you feel in public, but how you feel when you step inside your own door. Your home should be your sanctuary, the place where you can release the weight of the world, the place where your spirit finds rest. But if your home atmosphere is wrong, then instead of finding rest, you find more stress. Instead of finding peace, you find pressure. And here's the danger. Many people think they are battling external problems, when in truth, they are battling the environment they have created within their own homes. If the colors, the sounds, the arrangement, and the spirit of the space are working against you, then your peace will always be short-lived. Peace is not automatic, it is cultivated. And the first soil of peace is your atmosphere. If your home nurtures calmness, then you will carry calmness wherever you go. If your home nurtures chaos, then you will carry chaos into every place you step. You see, you cannot live in confusion and expect to walk in clarity. You cannot live in noise and expect to think in silence. You cannot live in darkness and expect to shine in light. Your environment decides your inner condition, and your inner condition decides your outer results. So I ask you, what kind of atmosphere have you allowed into your home? Is it an atmosphere that builds peace or one that breaks it? Does it give rest to your spirit, or does it drain your energy before you even face the world? Because your home atmosphere is not just about comfort. It is about destiny. And if your atmosphere determines your peace, then surely one color, one simple shade, can be the key to either building that peace or destroying it. So which color carries the power to block growth and destroy harmony in your life? Stay with me, because what I reveal next may challenge everything you thought about the walls around you. The color that blocks growth and destroys harmony is one that many people invite into their homes without knowing its true effect. It looks harmless, it seems attractive, it may even feel fashionable, but behind its appearance lies a spirit that disrupts balance, weakens unity, and hinders progress. This is the danger of underestimating the power of color. It does not only influence how your home looks, it influences how your home lives. And when you choose the wrong color, you are choosing an atmosphere that works against your peace, your relationships, and even your future. Growth requires an environment of stability, of encouragement, of openness. But when the wrong color dominates a space, it creates an unseen resistance. It stirs restlessness in the mind. It shortens patience. It feeds anxiety, and it multiplies tension. Slowly, it eats away at the harmony in your home. Conversations turn into arguments. Moments of quiet turn into irritations. And even the smallest issues are magnified into battles. The family cannot grow in unity when the very atmosphere around them is filled with division. And here's what makes it worse. This destructive color does not only affect relationships, it affects vision. A mind that is unsettled cannot focus. A heart that is heavy cannot dream. A soul that is restless cannot plan for the future. So while you may think it is just a wall color, just a design choice, in reality it has become a barrier, blocking your growth in ways you cannot see but constantly feel. Harmony is not something that happens by accident. It is built and it is protected. When the wrong color fills your home, that harmony begins to break. Children become uneasy, spouses become distant, and you yourself find it difficult to center your thoughts. Your home is no longer a sanctuary, it becomes a silent battlefield. And all of this because of one choice, one color, one decision to allow something destructive to dominate your environment. So let me ask you, have you unknowingly chosen a color that is working against you? Have you allowed an atmosphere into your home that is blocking your growth without your permission? Because until you confront this reality, you may keep fighting battles that were never about people, but about the spirit of your environment. And if one color can block growth and destroy harmony, then surely there must be a way to unlock the psychology behind every shade. If a color can carry destruction, another color must carry life. But how do we unlock the psychology of colors to truly understand their deeper meaning? Stay with me, because what comes next will uncover truths that will forever change the way you choose the colors that surround you. Unlocking the divine psychology of colors is the key to understanding why they carry such weight in our lives. Colors are not random. They are intentional. They were created with purpose, with meaning, and with influence. Every shade carries a message. Every tone carries an energy. And when you surround yourself with it, you begin to live in that message without even realizing it. Colors are not just physical. They are psychological, emotional, and spiritual. They touch the deepest part of your mind. They stir your emotions, and they leave an imprint on your spirit. Think about it. Why do certain colors instantly make you feel calm, while others make your heart race? Why do some shades bring clarity, while others bring confusion? It is because colors bypass logic and speak directly to your inner being. They do not wait for permission. They do not ask for approval. They simply communicate. That is why one person can walk into a room and suddenly feel inspired, while another room can leave you drained and restless. It is not the furniture, it is not the space. It is the psychology of color at work. And here's the deeper truth: this psychology is divine. The Creator designed color with intentionality to reflect order, to reveal meaning, to shape how we live. That is why nature itself is filled with colors that inspire life, blue skies that calm the soul, green fields that refresh the spirit, golden sunlight that energizes the body. The natural world reveals the psychology of colors every single day, and yet many ignore this principle when it comes to their own homes. When you align your environment with the right colors, you are not just decorating, you are cooperating with divine design. You are building an atmosphere that matches the rhythm of creation itself. But when you choose the wrong colors, you are going against that rhythm, and the result is disharmony. Instead of peace, you feel tension. Instead of clarity, you feel confusion. Instead of growth, you feel resistance. The psychology of color was not meant to be ignored. It was meant to be understood and applied. So I ask you, what messages are the colors in your home sending right now? Are they inspiring focus, or are they breeding distraction? Are they calling for harmony, or are they stirring division? Because whether you know it or not, your home is constantly speaking to you through its colors, and your spirit is listening. And if colors carry such divine psychology, then surely they must also influence not only your mood, but your choices, your behavior, even your destiny. So how do colors shape the decisions you make every single day? How do they influence the path you take without you even realizing it? Stay with me, because the answer will open your eyes to the invisible power that has been guiding your life all along. How colors influence your emotions and decisions is a principle so powerful, yet so often ignored. Most people think their choices are driven purely by logic, by reason, by careful thought. But in reality, much of what you choose, much of how you respond, is shaped by the silent force of your environment, and at the center of that environment is color. Colors bypass your logic. They speak straight to your emotions. And once your emotions are stirred, your decisions follow. That is why some of the most critical choices you make every day are not just shaped by circumstances. They are influenced by the atmosphere around you. Think about this for a moment. Why do fast food restaurants use bright, bold colors? Because those colors trigger hunger, urgency, and quick decisions. Why do banks and institutions often use deep blues? Because blue communicates trust, stability, and safety. Why do spas and wellness centers use soft greens and gentle earth tones? Because they calm your spirit, quiet your thoughts, and invite you to rest. Every business knows this truth. Colors control emotions, and emotions control choices. If the world understands this principle to influence your money, your appetite, and your time, how much more should you understand it when creating the environment of your own home? When the wrong colors surround you, your emotions are constantly unsettled. You may feel anxious for no reason, restless when you should be resting, angry when nothing is wrong. That emotional imbalance then flows into your decisions. You speak words you later regret. You make choices you later question. And you take actions that do not align with your true goals. It all started not with a thought, but with an emotion, and that emotion was stirred by color. But the right colors do the opposite. They create peace, and peace produces patience. They inspire focus, and focus produces wise decisions. They invite joy, and joy produces strength. That is why the environment you build in your home is shaping the quality of your daily life. The atmosphere you create does not stay within your walls. It goes with you into your work, your relationships, your vision, and your destiny. So let me ask you, what colors are influencing your emotions right now? Are they building you, or are they breaking you? Are they pushing you into wise decisions or pulling you into mistakes? Because every color you choose is a silent partner in your journey, either guiding you toward your purpose or distracting you from it. And if colors have the power to influence your emotions and decisions, then surely they also have the power to shape the very structure of your relationships. If they can control how you feel and act, what do they do to the way you connect with the people you love? Stay with me, because what comes next will reveal how the atmosphere of color in your home can either build unity or silently tear it apart. Building a home that breathes life, not conflict, is one of the greatest responsibilities you carry. Your home is not just a shelter. It is not just four walls and a roof. It is the atmosphere that either gives life to everyone inside or slowly drains them. A home should be a place where laughter flows, where peace is felt, where vision is nurtured, where relationships are strengthened. But if the wrong atmosphere is allowed in, if the wrong colors, the wrong tones, the wrong energy dominate the space, that same home can become a breeding ground for conflict, tension, and division. Have you ever noticed that some families thrive in unity while others seem to constantly clash? The difference is not always the people. Sometimes it is the environment they are living in. When your home breathes life, arguments don't linger, they dissolve. Stress doesn't multiply, it is calmed. Pressure does not consume, it is lifted. But when your home breathes conflict, even the smallest disagreements become storms. Frustration lingers in the air, and peace becomes a stranger. This is why you must be intentional, because the atmosphere of your home is silently shaping the destiny of your family. Colors play a major role in this. They are not just paint, they are atmosphere. The wrong shades can suffocate joy, magnify anger, and make rest almost impossible. But the right shades can heal the mind, restore calmness, and invite love to flourish. A child growing in a peaceful atmosphere will carry confidence into the world, but a child raised in a conflicted atmosphere will carry scars into their future. Your home is teaching your family every single day, and the language it speaks is not only through words, it is through colors, tones, and environment. So I ask you, what is your home breathing right now? Is it breathing life into your spirit, into your marriage, into your children? Or is it breathing conflict, tension, and exhaustion? Because no matter how strong you are, no matter how focused you try to be, you cannot rise above the constant voice of your environment. The home either pushes you higher or pulls you lower, and the difference is the atmosphere you create within it. And here is the truth: building a home that breathes life requires wisdom. It requires awareness. It requires the courage to remove what is toxic and replace it with what is uplifting. It means choosing peace over pressure, unity over division, and harmony over conflict. But if your home can breathe life, then it can also fall into the trap of breathing death. If colors and atmospheres can strengthen, they can also destroy. So what is the trap hidden inside one common color that many people unknowingly invite into their homes? Stay with me, because what I share next will uncover the spiritual danger of a shade you may have trusted all your life. The spiritual trap hidden in one common color is one of the most dangerous influences you can invite into your home. This color looks ordinary, it seems harmless, it may even feel safe or neutral, but behind its appearance lies a silent power that can weaken your spirit, drain your energy, and disturb the harmony of your household. Many people never recognize it because it does not scream, it whispers. It does not come with violence, it comes with subtlety. And that is what makes it so dangerous. It works quietly while you continue to live under its influence without realizing the damage it is causing. This color carries a spirit of heaviness. It invites gloom, it creates an atmosphere of sadness, and it plants seeds of discouragement in the heart. You may not notice it immediately, but over time, your home begins to feel heavy, conversations lose joy, and motivation weakens. A once vibrant atmosphere becomes dull, a once hopeful spirit becomes weary. That is how this color traps you, by slowly reshaping your emotions until what should be a sanctuary becomes a prison. Think about it. Why do some days feel harder for no reason? Why do certain rooms feel heavy even when no one is speaking? Why do arguments rise up in places that should be filled with rest? Many times, it is not the people, it is the spirit of the color dominating the room. When this shade becomes the voice of your environment, it begins to amplify negativity, magnify conflict, and suppress peace. And the more it surrounds you, the more it conditions you to live in its energy. But here's the subtle trap: it disguises itself as normal. People often choose it thinking it is practical, simple, or sophisticated. But while it may look appealing to the eyes, it carries a weight that presses on the soul. And because it is common, because it is so widely accepted, most never stop to question what it is truly inviting into their homes. That is why this color has trapped so many households. It hides in plain sight. So I ask you, could it be that the heaviness you feel is not coming from your circumstances, but from the silent message of your environment? Could it be that the discouragement you battle daily is not always from life itself, but from the atmosphere that surrounds you when you open your eyes each morning. Because if the wrong color can trap your spirit, then it can also block your growth, your vision, and your destiny. And if one color carries such a dangerous spiritual trap, then surely the opposite must also be true. There must be colors that carry life, that invite freedom, that align your home with divine order. So how do you create an environment that breathes harmony, purpose, and destiny into your spirit? Stay with me, because the next truth will reveal how to create a home that aligns with the vision for your life. Creating an environment that aligns with your destiny is one of the most important assignments of your life. Your environment is not just where you live, it is where your mind is shaped, where your emotions are influenced, and where your spirit is either strengthened or weakened. If your environment is wrong, your destiny will always feel delayed, your purpose will always feel clouded, and your growth will always feel hindered. But when your environment is right, everything around you begins to agree with what you were born to do. You begin to think clearer, dream bigger, and move with greater confidence because your atmosphere is working for you, not against you. Destiny requires preparation, and preparation requires alignment. That means every corner of your life, even the colors in your home, must reflect the future you are called to live. If you are meant to live in peace, then your environment cannot breathe conflict. If you are called to build, then your environment cannot carry confusion. If you are created for influence, then your environment cannot whisper limitation. The walls around you, the atmosphere you build, should speak the same language as the vision inside of you. Have you ever noticed that great people, focused people, purposeful people, always protect their environments? They understand that where they live, what they see, what they hear, and even the colors around them are feeding their destiny. You cannot rise above what you constantly surround yourself with. If your environment is filled with negativity, you will think negative. If your environment is filled with disorder, you will live in disorder. But if your environment is filled with peace, with clarity, with inspiration, then that same spirit will flow into your destiny. Your home should be the foundation of your future, not the barrier to it. It should lift your spirit, not weigh it down. It should feed your purpose, not fight against it. That means you cannot allow colors that invite heaviness, confusion, or conflict to dominate your space. Instead, you must choose those that carry harmony, life, and alignment with your calling. When your environment agrees with your destiny, even your thoughts begin to rise, your dreams begin to expand, and your faith begins to grow stronger. So I ask you, what kind of environment are you building today? Does it reflect where you are, or does it reflect where you are going? Does it align with your struggles, or does it align with your destiny? Because the truth is, you will always grow into the atmosphere you live in. And now, as we close, remember this: your destiny is too important to be shaped by chance. Your purpose is too valuable to be influenced by the wrong atmosphere. And your calling is too great to be silenced by the wrong colors. Protect your home, protect your peace, protect your environment, because it is feeding your future. The life you are dreaming of will only flourish in an atmosphere that agrees with it. So build it with intention, surround yourself with purpose, and watch your destiny unfold in the environment you create.